Hello everyone, this is Val from Val's Craft Creations, and today we're gonna be making alter mixed media playing cards. I already have some of them ready. This is the playing cards that I'm gonna be using. These ones and these ones. They're playing card outdoor adventures, and these ones are positive affirmation playing cards. I found these playing cards. Let me show you the packaging. I found this at Five Below, and I love these ones. Look, on the back they don't say anything, and then this one in the front say, I put my energy into things that matter to me. I found this beautiful playing cards at Five Below. And then this is the playing card for the outdoor. I have a different national park. This one is Petrified Forest, Arizona. So this one's a little more like travel, and it's for different national parks. So there's a national park on every card of these ones, and then on these ones there is a positive affirmation on each playing card. So this is the playing cards that I'm gonna be using for this project, and let me show you how they're gonna look. Let me put my playing cards here on the side. This is what we're gonna do. I did 3 already that I gonna decorate on camera, but I wanted to have them ready so you can see the end look of our card. I'm gonna go step by step so you can see how I did my alter mixed media playing card. This is the one that we're gonna decorate because they are already dry, so I'm gonna put them there. But I have some here in different stages ready because you know sometimes they take long to get dry, and when I use modeling paste I usually left them overnight drying because I really like this to be very dry before I work on them. So I already had these ones ready, but we're gonna do a couple, maybe this one on camera. We're gonna do a couple of them. So I'm gonna put what I used for it was napkin, the white ply of the napkin. So we're gonna do step by step. This is the first one, second one, and then the third one. And then we can color these ones and we will decorate this one. So let me tell you what else I'm gonna need. We're gonna be using. I use stamps to do this because I'm gonna cut this to decorate my playing card. You can see that it's a little shiny because let me tell you what I found in an antique shop. I went to an antique shop and my daughter bought all of this for me. This is the Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. This is very old. I was trying to find if it have a year, but the pages are very frail, very old. This was $1. She bought me this French antique book. It's almost coming apart. This is from I think this one is 1959. She bought me 3 of these. So I want to try to use these books pages and give them a new life. This is 1959. I got this one, this mystery. I want to read it before I do anything with this book. Here it says December 25th of 1963, Jimmy House got this book, but it was from 1954. And then this is the oldest one. This is an original Vanity Fair novel. The novel is a novel without a hero, and it came with this peculiar note. It says, this is a rather old version of Vanity Fair, as you can let me see if I can read it. As you can tell by the uncut pages and the gilt edges. The other edition I have is only half this size, but I thought you would rather have this. I read it when I was very young. This is the original version, which it had a date, P.S. Years ago, Valerie, and it wasn't me, it was another Valerie, covered all my books with wallpaper. But I see a date here, 1878, and it has the name of the person, Geiler or something like that. This one was $7. And on the book, there's no published date or anything, but I Google and there was one exactly like this. It say 11/11. This one say 1878 here. But I thought the ones that I found exactly like this, they were all like 1878, 1868. So that's the date that this book, came from, the year, and it's very old. The pages are very fragile. And I want to repurpose the pages of this book, but not now. I want to read this, so I went ahead and used this one. I already used these pages on different projects, and these ones are coming off, you see. So I got one of these ones, and what I did, I stamped my images that I want to use from this stamp set. And what I did, since this is very fragile pages, I went over it with Mod Podge, just to protect a little bit more the paper. That's why you see it like it's shiny, because this is very old, 1954, 1958. So this is what I'm gonna be using to decorate this. So let's get started. You're gonna need stencils. This is, I will tell you later. Let me put all this to the side. So what I'm gonna be using is gonna be these two stencils. I'm gonna be using Mod Podge. Also gonna be using let me show you here, my collection of inks, spray inks. My clear gesso. You can use your Mod Podge clear gesso. I also have water, the backing of a napkin, the white ply, and I already cut the pieces that I need to cover this card. And what else do I need? Do I have? I think that's what you need. Just use whatever you have at home. If you don't have the sprays, you can use acrylic paint. Just water the acrylic paint down a little bit, just make it watery, or you can use watercolors too. So whatever you have at home, you can use on this project. Oh, and let me show you what else I found. I found this, even with the glue, you can see that this is very old. It's the picture postcards. I don't think that this have a date, but I'm gonna be doing a series of mixed media projects, and I'm gonna be doing my own postcard. On this side, I'm gonna use mixed media, similar to what we're doing today. And I also am gonna do some mixed media journaling cards using, altering these index cards. I had different sizes index card. Let me show you. I had this regular size. I had these ones. And I had this humongous 5x8 index card. So that's another project that I have on the making, that I'm gonna be altering player card and the postcard. But we're gonna be doing mixed media on those, because I want to have some things ready for when I do my journals. I already can use all this as journaling card, tags, and all that stuff. So you're probably gonna be looking at a series of mixed media projects, because I'm a mixed media artist, but sometimes I just focus on journaling and different projects, but I love mixed media too. So I'm gonna be doing the playing card, the index card, the postcards, and we're also gonna do some things with book pages, since I had those old book pages that I want to repurpose. So stay tuned for at least 3 more projects, 4 total of mixed media, different things that we're gonna be using as using mixed media. So the first one is gonna be this, which is gonna be the playing cards. And let me get this here to protect my desk. And we're gonna apply right now the napkin to our playing card, and you're gonna need 2 pieces of napkin. We're gonna do 2 layers, and the 2 layers are gonna look like this after you're done. When it's dry, you see, you can still see the card, but you're gonna have some texture, and that way you can use all those white plies that you take from, you know, the back of your napkin. So let's start with this. And what I'm gonna be doing is this. We're gonna do this one, then I'm gonna let that one dry to the side, and it's already dry here. We're gonna cut the edges, and on this one we're gonna add the modeling paste. And then I already had this one ready with modeling paste, and I put clear gesso on top just to protect my design, because we're gonna be wetting these cards with water. And when you don't put water, your modeling paste when you use water, your modeling paste can smudge a little. So that's why I protected with, some of them have clear gesso. I use this one from Finavera, gesso clear, and other ones I use my Mod Podge, my matte Mod Podge. So, but right now I'm gonna be using my Mod Podge. And we are just gonna apply the napkin to my playing card. Just picking it in my hands. And remember, we're gonna do 2 layers of the white napkin. Sorry. Went flying out of my hands. And just make sure that you go all the way to the edges. And let me apply my first layer. And I'm gonna add my second layer of Mod Podge. And I'm gonna cover it with my second layer. And 1 more layer of Mod Podge. And then you're gonna let this dry. And after this is dry, the second, okay, so this one I'm gonna put to the side. I'm gonna let this one dry. So the next step, let me clean my brush, because I'm not gonna go to put it on water right now. So okay, so after it's dry, it's gonna look like this. See it there? You can see the texture. I love the sound. So this is the way it's gonna look after it's dry. So what we're gonna do right now is to cut the edges, you know, to trim the edges. And I like to round the corners a little bit more. So after I'm cutting my edges here, my excess of napkin, I'm gonna trim. I'm gonna round the corners more, just to make it more rounded like this one. This one's I already round the edges, because if you see, look the difference. They are a little bit rounded, but not like this. I want them more round. So this is the moment that you need to do that. Sometimes my paper from the napkin won't cut, but I just trim it with my scissors. Okay, that was done, and 1 more. There, so they're rounded. Now we're gonna use the modeling paste. If you don't have modeling paste, but you have gesso, you can use gesso, or you can use white acrylic. It's the same thing. Modeling paste is more thicker, and it will give you like a 3D effect. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it, but if you see there, it's more like 3D. And here, as you see, I use here after I cover everything with the paint. Maybe on this one you can see it better. I went with some white gesso and these little circles right here. But they are, how you say that? They're, oh my God, what's the word? I'm trying to think of the word. They're flat. While this one, they look more 3D and you can see the different, like, you can see them to the side. You look at like that, you can see it. So this one with the white acrylic or the gesso, it's gonna be flat, but it's gonna be the same thing, you know? I'm just gonna use modeling paste because I have modeling paste. But if you don't have modeling paste, you don't worry about it. Just use white gesso. So I'm gonna go, you can cover the whole thing if you want to, but I'm just gonna go to the corners, like the ones that don't have the numbers, and maybe some on the middle. I think I'm gonna use this one for this one. So I'm gonna take a little bit of my modeling paste. And I'm gonna cover some of the card with my modeling paste using my stencil and my spatula. You don't have a spatula like this. This one I got it at Dollar Tree. You can use an old gift card, even a piece of cardstock, like heavy cardstock or packaging. Just cut a little bit, a piece, and use it. Use that. Okay, and I'm gonna go to this. Oh, I touch it, smudge it. That's fine. Don't have to be perfect. Cause I don't mind if they're not perfect because we're gonna cover this with paint and a lot of stuff. And I just want to give some texture to my playing card and some add interest to my playing cards. Let me clean. There. And you can cover the whole piece, but I'm just gonna do that there because I just want to add some interest. I don't want to fill my playing card all over with modeling paste, but I think like right here I'm gonna use this like star looking thing on my stencil. And I'm gonna do the same thing on this side, just a little bit, a couple of them, maybe 3 of them. There. And then you put that aside to get dry. I usually left them overnight because I want them to be very dry when I work on them. So this is something that you can sit down and do. I did all of this at one time. I couldn't sleep last night, so I just sit here and work. First I did the mop, all of them, the mop wash and add the napkin, and then when they were dry, I went ahead and did all of them with my modeling paste. And you know, and you can do them like all at the same time and let them dry, and then you move to the next step. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use one of the ones that I had dry. So I'm not gonna use my stencils right now. I'm just gonna put them to the side. So let me show you. We already have the first step, which it was adding the napkin to the card. Second step, adding the modeling paste to your dry playing card. The dry napkin. Mine fall down, I have to pick it up. Okay, so this one, after it was dry, I went ahead and put a another layer of my Mod Podge, but I use some Mod Podge and the other one I use clear gesso. Let me see if I can see the difference between, you can hardly see the difference on which are, this one is Mod Podge. You can see a little of like shining going through, and then this one is clear. So you can hardly see the difference. It's just you have to look then closely to see the difference. Like this one, I know that is Mod Podge, and some of these were Mod Podge, and these ones are covered with clear gesso. So after you're done with this, put a thin layer of Mod Podge or excuse me, clear gesso. If you don't have clear gesso or you don't have Mod Podge, don't worry. And if you have any school glue, like the liquid white school glue, just water that one down a little bit, and maybe in a container put a little bit of water, a little bit of glue, and water that glue down, and do a layer of that on top of your card. You can even use that to add the napkin to your card, so you don't have to have the same things that I have. Just use what you have at home. If you don't have Mod Podge or you don't have clear gesso, just use regular watered down school glue, the white glue. Okay, so the next step, mine are already dry. This one is another one that I will add later on. I will add the modeling paste. I only wanted to do one just to show you how to do that. So this one, I was gonna do two, but I already showed you, so let's move on. So what we're gonna do right now is gonna color our cards, and I think I may do 3. I think I'm gonna do, let's do 2. One of the national park and one of the affirmation. So let's do that. I'm gonna put all my other cards to the side because I'm gonna keep working on them, but for the purpose of this tutorial, we are already gonna decorate 3. So let's start by painting, color this one. So I have my water right here, and I'm just gonna cover my cards with water. And let me see if I have, well, I don't have a, here with me, I don't have a paper towel, but I had the wipe that I was using before, and I may keep this to do something with it. I like the colors that it look like. Okay, so I have my wipe here ready. You can have a paper towel. It's just to clean around and dry this a little bit. So and these ones I use this blue. I also use this one. This is like a purple dark color. So outside I use this one, and then on the middle I spray a little bit of this one. For this one I did the purple one, this one, Dilutions ink spray. And then I went over with, what was the other one that I used on this one? I think on this one I only used this. Oh no, I used this too, and then for the blue one I use this too. I use my Glimmer Mist from Tattered Angels, and I use my Dilution ink spray in blue. For the purple I use this too. And for my yellow one I use, it's green, but it looked like yellow, so I use my green one with this yellow. So I combine my colors, but I think right now I may use this blue. I had this red. Also I had the brown blackish color. That was the one that I end up using just to give some darkness to my cards. I don't know, I like it like that. So I think I'm gonna use this blue and this red. So I'm gonna put this one aside. that I'm not gonna be using. I need to get more colors. I need more vintagey colors like browns and stuff. Okay, so let's start with the red. And what I'm gonna do, because I don't want to cover them all, I'm gonna open my ink and I'm gonna go on the top and let it, oh my goodness, and let it run down. Okay, let me clean this down. Oh my God. I was afraid that something like that can happen, and it happens. So just be careful when you open your paint. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Okay. There you go. Well, be careful. So I'm gonna let it run. I think I need to water this down. I know I should edit that, but that's fine. Here we don't edit. We show what it happens. Okay, so now I'm gonna let this run down like that. I'm gonna let my water take my paint anywhere my water wants. You see right there? Because I don't want to go too dark, and if I spray it, I'm not gonna have that control over it. Okay, a little bit more. Okay, I'm gonna let that one to here for now, and let's do the other one. Hopefully I will not spill my spray ink. Still has some, so don't worry. Okay, things happen when you're doing art. I'm gonna wet them more. Things happens. And I'm gonna do the same thing. You can spray them, but I don't like them. When I spray this dilution ink, they are very vibrant, and sometimes they spray a lot, and I want some of my card showing. So look how pretty this one is. It looks. So I'm just gonna put it randomly different places and let it run. Oh my goodness, what's wrong with me today? Okay. Dropping everything, spilling everything. Just gonna run it there. So after you do that, you're gonna let, what I do is I take a little bit of my gesso, my white gesso. You can use white acrylic too, before they dry. This one is kind of not too dark, but this one I'm just gonna tone it down a little bit with my white gesso. And some places, I don't mind some of the places looking darker. So that's good enough. This one I'm gonna leave like that. Let me make sure that my ink is closed. Let me clean this one. Okay, so that's how I painted mine. And then let me move here. What I did to make this darker, I took this one. This color is antique brown. My hands are so messy doing this. So let me make sure that I don't spill it. You don't need to put the dark if you don't like it, but I like it like that. I'm just gonna put a little bit, let it run down. I like this blue one. You see, and you let it run everywhere you like. If you prefer not to have the dark color, that's fine. You can do this, you know, any color you like. But I like that dark effect. But if you don't like the dark thing going on, well, then don't, you know, skip this step. But I'm gonna use it because I'm gonna be using some black, like black cardstock to add my designs from the book pages, the stamps images. So I kind of like it dark. And I think this one is getting dry a little, so it's not running as much, but I want to see what effect. Let me see. Let me close this because I don't want to spill it. Let me move it a little bit with my water. You know, I was doing the other ones with my cat here in the room, and I was afraid that she was gonna spill my ink, and look, she didn't spill my ink, I did. It's crazy. It's crazy. I was worrying about her, and she didn't do any mess, and I didn't mess, and recording, you see? Oh, sorry, I moved my camera. Okay, so this is the way it's gonna look. So you're gonna let them dry. And when they are dry, you're ready to decorate. So I'm gonna put these ones, and we are gonna decorate this. So what I did with these ones, after I let them dry, I went ahead and used my script stamp, this one right here. And I went with my black ink, and I stamped some scripts, you can see it there, just to get more interest to my cards. This one the same thing in some places. Not all of the card is here. And then I went with my white gesso and my stencil and just do with my finger just some circles and smudge it a little bit there, just to make it more interest. But you don't have to do that. From that step that we paint the cards, you can go ahead and do the stamping, any stamps that you would like to add, and then decorate. So I don't know you, but I love this blue one. I like the effect of the white gesso, the black and the blue, and the combination of color. I think that's my favorite. I'm not gonna dry it now. I know I have my heat gun, but I'm just gonna use these ones. It's gonna be the same thing. When those are dry, I'm gonna do the same thing that I'm gonna do with these ones. So you will have an idea on how they look while we decorate this one. So, okay. So for decoration, I'm gonna use this black cardstock to put under as a base of my stamp image. And also I'm gonna use some sentiment, but I think I wanna use the black. Let's see if I still have black sentiments here with the gold. Since I'm going with the dark, like the more dark theme, I wanna use the black one, so I have them here. So let's start by adding our decoration, our images. I'm gonna use some of this black thread as well, so you will see. So let me cut the image that I want to use. I think I want one of these hearts. Let me use a circle, a heart, and a butterfly. And I apologize for my messy tutorial, but things happens, you know, when you're creating. So I'm just gonna trim the excess here a little bit. I don't remember what brand this stamp set is. I got it a long time ago. It may be Prima, or I think it was from Prima, but I'm not sure. I lost the, you know, the paper, the packaging that they came in. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna glue this down over my black cardstock. Just gonna use my glue stick. And I'm gonna cut, you know, leave a little border of my black cardstock around my heart. Okay, I think I like this one. Let me see which one I like. The heart. I think I'm gonna go with the heart there. And then let me get some of this string. Start getting ready my glue gun. So this is my idea. I want to put this thread under my heart, but I had to have my glue gun ready and forgot to turn it on. So be something like that. Then my heart is gonna go there. Let me cut the other pieces when my glue gun get hot. Let's use this circle here. And I think for the other one, I'm gonna use a butterfly. Let me get this one here. I think I like this one better, because I think this one is too big. Oh, maybe, no, I wanna leave that one maybe for the index cards. Let's use this circle for one. And I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna glue this on my black cardstock. Let me cut the butterfly as well. And I'm gonna do the same thing with all three. I'm gonna use the black thread. I also had this white one, but I think I wanna go more with the darker theme. So I'm just gonna keep using my black thread. It's just regular black thread, sewing thread. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I glue my circle to my black cardstock. My butterfly. My hands are so messy. I've been coloring and doing this since last night. I washed them and then I continue working on them today, and then I wash them, but you know, I decided to do mixed media art since yesterday. I was missing, you know, some media art, mixed media. And I was gonna do something like a spread on my art journal, but then I decided to do some of this alter playing cards and postcards, and the index card, the book pages, because that's things that people, I know that a lot of people like, and a lot of people have at home. So okay, now the circle, and we are done with cutting our images. Okay, so we are ready. My glue gun is ready. Let's start adding this. I'm gonna spread it a little bit more. Let me add a glue stick here. Okay, and I'm gonna do, maybe here I should use 2 butterflies maybe. Let me cut the other one, because this ones are small. Or maybe, let me see how we look on top of a circle. Or maybe 1 butterfly here and 1. I think I'm gonna cut 1 more butterfly. And see if I like it better. I was gonna use some stickers that I have, but I decided to use these old book pages, because that way I can repurpose them and reuse them and give them new life, right? That's what we do. Let me get my black cardstock. Where did I put it? Down here. Okay, let me trim this. I think I got it too close to the edge of my image, and I'm not leaving hardly any black cardstock. Let me be careful with that. It's just, I decided to use the black cardstock just to give like a border, a little bit of border, and reinforce my paper. So just to make it stronger. So I was thinking to maybe put 1 here and 1 like that. Let me get my thread. My hands are kind of sticky. I don't know, everything is sticking to my hands. So let me get some of this heavy duty thread. Maybe 1 there. Oh my goodness, what's going on with my hands? And 1 like that, maybe? Okay, let me make this maybe smaller a little bit. Okay. Please work with me. Let me put some to the top so the other butterfly has some too. There. Maybe this one can go, yeah, I think this one going this way. Well, I like that. And then our last one, I think, I know I should cut everything that I need at once, but it's what I'm creating. I think of things. I'm gonna use a smaller one on top of the other one, like in the corner. I think about that when I saw the two butterflies. So, sorry for that bit. Just one more. Let's glue this down. Okay, I promise this is the last one I'm gonna cut. Hopefully. I still can't believe I spill my ink while I'm doing my tutorial. It's crazy, but alright, things happens. Things happens, right? On art, look how pretty the blue one is looking. But I gotta let it dry completely. I'm not gonna use it. It's kind of dry, but going to the next step, I always like them to be real dry. I still need to do the stamping of the script. Let me, you wanna go, oh my goodness. I wanna open it a little bit, but it keeps opening completely. Oh my goodness. It's alive. It's alive. Please work with me. There. And I don't mind if some of the thread goes like this longer thread. But I want to hold this one in place right there. I like that. I don't mind this. Maybe going up a little. Let's see if I can. There. Yeah, I like that. That's perfect. That's perfect for me. Okay, so now let me check. What I want. This one I kind of want like something longer that I can cut in 2 or 3 pieces. Let me see. Let me see what I have here. Out of limitations come creativity. That's a good one. Look, it's long enough. I can cut it. And out of limitations, let's do, let me see, in 2 places. Out of limitations, yeah, that's perfect. Comes creativity. So this one is done. Simple and beautiful. I really love how these playing cards are turning. Okay, for this one with the butterflies, maybe something here. Do I have something with wings here? Let me see. Let me move this one to the side here. No, all that wonder I lost. Stay curious, maybe. I think. Sorry, I'm trying to read out of them. I think I'm gonna go with Own Your Dreams. Let me see. And then for this one, be open to whatever comes next, maybe. With all my heart, but that's too short. Go with your heart. Listen to your heart. I kind of like listen to your heart. I kind of like if I have something that say be brave or something. Let me see. I think I'm gonna go with be true. I like that. And I feel like, let me see if I would distress the edge, but I think, just a second. Let me see if I have my black. I have a pen that is black that you can reactivate with water, but I don't see it here. I don't think I have it handy. Just a second. I guess not, but let me go with. Let me see if I have my black Sharpie here. Gonna go around the edges here. I have a pen. I think my daughter used it the other day. Is I don't remember the name, but it's a black pen that I used to draw, and it looked like a pen. It looked like a Sharpie like this, but it worked with water. I'm trying to think of the name, but right now escaping my mind. Just kind of doing a border here. This is optional, you don't have to do this, but there, and then the last one. I really have fun creating this altar playing card. I love them. Okay, I think we are done. I think that's good enough. So let me show you. This one say listen to your heart. And then our green yellowish one is say on your dream with the butterflies. And then out of limitations come creativity, and that's our purple with the circles. So that's it for this video. I hope that you have enjoyed this Miss Media altar playing cards. I put them here. Let me put some things out so you can see them better. So if you have enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and laugh when my ink went all over my desk, and enjoy creating something new. Thank you for watching, everyone. Happy crafting. See you on the next tutorial.